Hey guys, Meira here. If you're like me and love traveling, you know how frustrating it can be to stay connected. Between expensive roaming fees, overpriced tourist SIM cards, and sketchy Wi-Fi, getting reliable internet can be a real pain. That's why I'm excited to talk about something that's made my trips way easier, Saily eSIM. Out of all the options out there, eSIMs are by far the easiest, and Saily has quickly become my go-to whenever I travel. I've personally used Saily on a few trips now, and it's kept me connected the entire time without any issues. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to buy, activate, and install Saily eSIM on an Android device. And I'll also share with you my experience using Saily, and some pros and cons so you can decide if it's the right option for you. And if you're thinking about trying it out, I've got an exclusive 15% discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app, or visiting Saily's website. That said, let's get right into it. Okay, so before we get into Saily eSIM, let's quickly go over what an eSIM actually is and why it's so useful for travel. An eSIM is basically a digital SIM card that's built into your phone, so instead of physically swapping out a SIM card every time that you travel, you just download a mobile plan directly to your phone, and that's pretty much it. There's no tiny SIM card to deal with, no ejector tools, and no need to go looking for a SIM right when you land. Now let's talk about what Saily is. So if you haven't heard of Saily, it's an eSIM service backed by Nord Security, the same company behind NordVPN, one of the most trusted names in online privacy. Saily lets travelers stay connected in over 200 countries without needing a physical SIM card, making it a super convenient option for international travelers. But what really makes it stand out is its built-in security features, including ad blockers, web protection, and virtual location routing, all designed to keep your data safe while you're on the go. Now, buying a Saily eSIM on an Android phone is actually super easy and only takes a few minutes. First, you'll want to head over to the Google Play Store and download the Saily app. Once it's installed, open it up and choose the country or region that you're traveling to. You'll see a bunch of data plans based on how much data that you want and how long you'll be using it. I like that Saily gives you flexible options, so you can pick a plan that actually fits your trip. Once you've found the one that works for you, just tap to continue and you'll see the checkout screen. Once you've purchased your Saily eSIM, the next step is installing and activating it on your Android phone. To do that, go to your phone settings, then tap Network and Internet and select SIMs. From there, tap on Add eSIM, and you'll either scan the QR code provided by Saily or follow the in-app instructions to download the eSIM directly. Once it's added, just make sure that Saily is selected as the active SIM so your phone knows to use it for mobile data. Just a quick heads up, the activation might take a few minutes, so you'll need to be connected to Wi-Fi during this process. Once it's done, you should be all set and ready to use your data. Okay, so now let's get into the cost. Saily offers a variety of flexible and affordable data plans to meet different needs. Whether you're planning a short trip or an extended stay, Saily has options that keep you connected without breaking the bank. But of course, pricing varies depending on your destination. However, with plans starting at just a few dollars, Saily is a much more affordable option compared to expensive roaming fees or the hassle of buying a local SIM in every country. On top of that, Saily offers regional plans, providing even more flexibility for travelers. These new plans complement the standard country-specific options, allowing you to choose data coverage that fits your travel itinerary, whether you're visiting just one country or multiple locations in a region. What this means is that you can enjoy seamless connectivity across different areas without the need to switch plans. And if for whatever reason you can't use your plan, or run into issues, like if you realize that your phone doesn't support eSIM, which most Android devices do, Saily offers a full refund. And again, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an exclusive 15% discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting Saily's website. Okay, so one of the biggest conveniences of using Saily eSIM is that you don't need to swap out a physical SIM card. If you've ever struggled with removing a SIM tray without that tiny tool, you know how annoying it can be. I mean, I've broken so many earrings trying to get it open. On top of that, Saily also recently added some really cool online privacy features that I haven't seen in other eSIMs. For example, they have an ad blocker to cut down on annoying ads, which also helps save data, web protection, which blocks harmful websites and malware, and is especially helpful if you're using public Wi-Fi while traveling. Plus, there's a virtual location feature that masks your real location, adding an extra layer of privacy. So beyond just keeping you connected, Saily actually helps keep your data more secure, which is a huge bonus in my opinion. Another thing I really liked was how Saily tracks your data usage in real time. I basically get a notification when I hit around 80% of my data limit, so I always knew when I might need to top up. And if I did run out of data, adding more takes just a few taps in the app, no complicated process or waiting around. But of course, the real test was actually using Saily while traveling. I tested it in multiple countries, and I was honestly impressed with how fast and reliable the connection was. Whether I was watching videos, navigating Google Maps, posting on social media, or just sending pictures to my family, I had no issues with slow speeds or spotty connections. Plus, it was nice not having to search for public Wi-Fi, which isn't always the safest option when you're abroad. And when it comes to customer support, Saily has a 24/7 support team to assist with any issues. Whether it's a question about activating your plan or extending your data, they're quick to respond and make sure that you're taken care of. Something that's really reassuring when traveling abroad. When I had a question once about topping up, they answered within a couple of minutes and answered all of my questions. That said, while Saily is very useful, like just about every product or service, or really just about anything, it's not perfect. For example, Saily is a data-only eSIM, which means it doesn't support traditional phone calls or SMS texting. So if you need to make calls or send messages, you'll have to use apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, Telegram, or any other internet-based service. But let's be real, that's how most of us communicate anyway, so for most people, this isn't really a big deal. Another thing to be aware of is device compatibility. Since not all phones support eSIM technology, you'll need to check if your device is compatible before purchasing a plan. The good thing is that most smartphones, including Android devices, already support eSIMs, so it's really not a big issue for most travelers. But if your phone isn't compatible, Saily offers a full refund, so you won't be stuck with a plan that you can't use. Overall, I have to say I've had a really positive experience with Saily, and I personally think it's one of the easiest and most convenient ways to stay connected while traveling. The setup is simple, the app is user-friendly, and I really like the peace of mind that comes with the built-in privacy features and reliable data connection. Whether you're going on a short trip or traveling between countries for a few weeks, it just takes the stress out of finding a SIM card or dealing with roaming charges. So, if you're someone who travels often, or even just occasionally, and you want a data option that's smooth, secure, and easy to manage, I definitely recommend giving it a try. Anyway, that'll be all for today's video on how to buy, activate, and install Saily eSIM on an Android phone. And just as a reminder, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an exclusive 15% discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting Saily's website. And of course, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.